Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a thing called the gender tag. It's a series of questions talking about gender and how it affects different people in different ways. It was started by this person named Ashley Wild, and FTM Transtastic this week that's their topic of the week. So I figured I should do this for myself because I feel like I have a pretty interesting sort of relationship with gender and I want to share that. So the first question is, how do you self-identify your gender and what does that definition mean to you? So the first video on my channel I said that I identified as a demiguy or bigender, the two genders being agender and male. Part of me still identifies with that, but I feel like I am slowly moving towards the definition of just male. But I definitely feel much stronger sense of being male, definitely, than female, or even feeling agender, which would be somewhere or in the middle, I suppose. I enjoy the social aspect of identifying as non-binary because I feel like gender roles and that sort of thing are definitely not positive things in our society. In terms of how I identify, I definitely lean more towards male. If 0 was female, 5 was perfectly in the middle, and 10 was completely male, I suppose I'd identify as 9, and that one little gap would probably be somewhere in the agender field. But I definitely identify a lot more male than agender or female. 2. What pronouns honor you? He, him, his, himself. And that's it. I used to go by they, them, theirs, themself pronouns, but in my exploration of gender, that really doesn't apply to me very much. Describe the style of clothing that you most often wear. So today I have these little flamingo-y shorts and checked shirt, if you couldn't tell already. This is a little bit more preppy than my style. I guess I dress kind of alternative. I definitely like to wear skinny jeans. I'm not the classic guy look, and I suppose my style is more on the androgynous side of masculine, but it's definitely all from the guys department. 4. Talk about choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? So how do I style my hair? I usually just take a shower and then blow dry it, and occasionally I'll use I usually just use hand lotion and I run it through my fringe, or I keep my fringe down. Today I kind of wanted it up because it's really hot and I want it out of my face and I'm going out later, so yeah. In terms of body hair, I keep my leg hair. I kind of have hair everywhere. Most people's hair kind of stops somewhere around their knee, but mine kind of just keeps going. And I used to shave my legs, but I haven't in, I'd say, several months, and that definitely helps my dysphoria a lot, which is actually a later question. The hair under my arms, I usually trim it, but again, I haven't shaved that in, I'd say, several months either. Since I am pre-testosterone, I don't really have much hair on my face at all, but the peach fuzz that I do have and the little bit of upper lip hair that I do have, I will shave, just with a straight razor. My arm hair, I was kind of lucky because even though I am pre-T, I do have I'd say a reasonable amount of arm hair, and I'm pretty I'd say I'm for a white guy, I'm a pretty hairy guy. I have it kind of everywhere, on my toes, on my knuckles. And having more hair kind of makes me feel, even though it succumbs to traditionally masculine ideas of, traditionally binary thinking of what is more masculine, what is more feminine, and it's what makes me comfortable, so yeah. Talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What type of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? I am one of the few guys that actually does wear makeup. I definitely don't use a lot, but I'm pretty insecure about my skin on my face. So I use BB cream, powder, and I fill in my eyebrows, and I use cheek stuff, blush. I've always worn makeup since I think when I was like 11 years old I started wearing makeup, and I don't think it really I like wearing makeup. It's a form of self-expression, and I think it's fun. I do not paint my nails. Right now I have them really short because I like to play ukulele and stuff, and it's not really useful to have long nails when you're playing. Sometimes I use, I have traditionally more feminine perfumes. I own something that my mom gave to me a while ago. It's wood sage and sea salt, and that smells really nice. And it's it's supposed to be a girl's perfume, but it really doesn't smell that girly to me. But I don't know. Have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? Yes, I'd say about from my family, I'd say every day, but from people on the street, I get misgendered, I'd say 60% of the time, maybe 70. It ranges between 60 and 80% of the time I get misgendered, so it really depends. It kind of ranges, but I definitely do get misgendered quite a lot. Do you experience dysphoria? How does that affect you? I experience all over body dysphoria. I experience dysphoria about my chest, about my hands and my feet and my height. Even though there are sort of smaller guys out there, not many of them are exactly my height or my size. I'm a pretty small guy, and I know that T isn't gonna make me taller, so that's a little bit disappointing. How does that affect me in a day-to-day life? I mean, it affects me every day, but it's not always very intense every day. It's always in the back of my mind, oh, I feel uncomfortable about these certain aspects of my body, but it doesn't affect me directly every single day, if that makes any sense. 8. Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option? Would you want to be the primary caretaker for any children you may have? I mean, I'm only 17, so this is kind of a difficult question for me. But I think I would make a pretty good dad. I'm a pretty caring person, and I'm pretty good with kids in general. I would not want to be the carrier for any children, because that would just make my dysphoria go kind of crazy, and that would just make me generally really uncomfortable. Would I want to be the primary caretaker for any children I may have? I don't know about that one. I can't really give an answer. Maybe. 9. Talk about money. Is it important for you to provide a family financially if you choose to have one? Is it important to you that you earn more than any partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Are you uncomfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? I mean, I think if I were to have a family, I'd want to contribute somewhat financially, but I would want to split it kind of equally between me and my partner if they're able to make money. Is it important to you to earn more? No, it's definitely not. I don't really have to make more than my partner or anything like that. Again, I'd like to kind of split it equally. Yeah. Do you prefer pay for things like dates and I usually split. If I ask somebody on a date, then I would pay for it. But if it's a mutual thing, then, or if they ask, it depends on who asks the other person on the date. But if you just kind of mutually agree, yeah, we should go out, then I usually split the bill with them. So if you guys have any more questions about this topic of gender, you can leave them in the comments. And if any of the information I said confused you, you can leave that in the comments, and I will try to reply to as many as I can. No, I think that's it. Alright, bye guys.